But I'm gonna take a few minutes because we're gonna stay here in Atlanta because I got a few more minutes to go. So we're gonna give a funny story offset about love in the workplace, but we're gonna have some Papa John jokes. So I work in at Papa John. So like I said, I just took up this fucking job because I was lazy. Not lazy, but I was just tired of looking for a job. I was tired of looking for a job, and I was tired of people asking me about looking for a job. So, like I said, if you live in Atlanta and you need a job, you need a job. It's lit, and all that stuff that you think you want to do is lit, but you ain't got no money. You ain't doing none of that. None of that. The way you going with no money? You need money, gas, outfit. You need cologne, whatever it is you do to make you feel fresh. You need that. And no matter if you got all the Gucci in the closet, if you ain't got no money in your pocket, you can't go outside. You gotta stay back in the house. Real talk. But anyway, so when I was working at yeah, we was the Papa John. So my first day, um, I ended the long story short. I'm fast this one up for y'all because it's not even that serious. So my first day, I went from logging into the computer for training to looking up and the delivery was ready and I was the only driver. So he just threw me out there like, yo, how did it go? I'm like, I don't know. I just gave the people the pizza and they gave me the money, whatever. Simple enough, but it's a little procedure, a little small thing, sign the paper, whatever. It's no genius, duh. After that, you just got to be on time, little hustle, whatever, however you look, a little smile with it, whatever the case, whatever you get, say, get your check. But anyway, so that was my first date. Like I signed in, and the delivery came up, and I didn't even take the class. It's whatever. I don't even remember what the class was about because I was on from there. Then about 2-3 weeks later, the manager come to me. He was like, "Hey, could you take somebody out for training?" I paused, like, this training here? And he was like, "Yeah, you didn't get training?" I'm like, "No, you didn't even ask me." And he was like, "You was doing great." So I thought, you ain't need no training. I'm like, okay. So I took this dude out for training. I'm gonna say his name because it was funny as hell. His name was Damon. So I took Damon out for training, and Damon, the whole time, I don't know what I'm doing. I ain't never took nobody for training, so I'm just talking shit. Like I'm in my car, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah, whatever. So I'm telling him, what it is. He was like, for the whole time I'm talking, he was like, so like, what kind of tips you be getting? I was like, on a good day, you could get some money, but you gotta work for it, Da, 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 da. I ain't about to sound whole secret. Like I ain't about to be like, this what I do, you know. It ain't that kind of training, and they ain't train me how to train. So I'm like, so this is what they say you should do. That's where I'm at. I'm at the point where I'm like, this is what they say you should do. And he just in the car and he ain't paying no attention to me. And I don't. He's like in his phone, whatever. I don't know what he doing. So I'm talking. I don't feel a connection, but I'm still talking because it's my fucking car anyway. So we get to the spot, and I was like, all right. So I realized I've been ignored for the last 15 minutes. So we get to the spot, whatever, however long it felt like forever. So we get to the spot, and I tap him like, this is the part to pay attention to. And he looked up like, oh, okay. And I grabbed the pizza and stuff, and I'm like, you coming? Like he's still sitting in the car, and he's like, whatever. So he got out the car and whatever. Dude gave us a little split tip. I was pissed because I felt like he got most of my money. I felt like he split. I got my tip split in half, whatever. But I did it, whatever. I ain't appreciate it, but I did it. I ain't want to look like a pussy. So we get back, whatever, and the manager goes, "You think he got it?" I was like, "Man, I don't know." He looked like he wasn't interested in what I had to say, so I let it go, whatever. So he went about his business, whatever. So it was around Super Bowl time. That was back in the Atlanta. Atlanta was in the Super Bowl time. So when Atlanta was in the Super Bowl, that was around the time when I was working at Papa John's, right? So he was a Super Bowl hiree. That's why I ended up having to put him on real quick. So I know I worked earlier in the daytime. And I'm thinking to myself, I did my little dip, whatever. I got off whatever time it was. I got to work the next day. They was like, "Hey, Vaughn, did you train Damon?" I'm like, "Yeah, but yeah." He said, "Well, what did you teach? What did you train him on?" I'm like, "Well, I took him up to such and such. I think that's where we went." And then I'm just running it back in my head like it was just like one ride, He rode with me, no. I showed him how to sign the thing. He was like, "You showed him how to sign the thing?" I'm like, "Yeah, how to bring the paper to the customer with your pen or whatever, it's your last chance to get a tip, smile, try not to look like you got to, that kind of stuff." He was like, "Wait, so you showed him how to sign it?" I'm like, "No, I showed him how to." He was like, "Listen, last night that Damon, every receipt he had, he added a $20 tip on every receipt he had." And the manager, because I guess he wasn't smart. I guess he thought it was Super Bowl and it was his birthday. Because I don't know what he thought, but the manager cashed him out. So the dude had slid off with about $360 worth of fraudulent tips. And I think once the people found out what it was, Papa John's had to end up refunding everybody back on all of they had to refund everybody back all of they the whole purchase. So it was like it was all pizza on Damon. They remember him. Nobody's gonna forget that. Epic. And then they asked me, "You trained him?" There was training here? Cause I ain't know. I definitely didn't train him for that. So that's that little X piece for you. You had that one. You could throw that in on the work stories. How about that for love in the workplace? I heard Damon had a baby on the way. He just talked about the baby needed a stroller or something. I guess he got enough money for the whole damn set. Damon did his thing. Damon's having a good time. I I I didn't teach Damon that. I didn't. Mm-mm. I can't be held responsible for that. Yeah. I had to get y'all to somebody else because it's, the bullshit go on and on. Ain't nobody exempt. I mean, love at the workplace, motel, hotel, holiday, But there's more. There's more characters. No, just one place over there. There's more. Oh. I got this cup of water in case my mouth get dry. I'm going through all of these. Every time you watch a video, you're gonna be like, no, pay attention to the numbers on the top. Cause I got an insane outfit and I'm going through it. We gonna get it all the way in the hotel. And this story done been all the way around. We done been at the job, in the job, out the job, in the job, out the job, in the job and out the job. We almost done got fired at the damn job for the love of the workplace. Boyfriend, baby daddy done pulled up at the workplace. All kind of stuff. But there's some more stuff going on at the workplace. We gonna shut it down sooner or later, but we got a few more stories to go. A few more stories to go. It's love at the workplace. It's Virgo Show. Virgo Vaughn. Y'all ready?